with the Fever in transition. And of course, we've seen what we've seen from Caitlin Clark so far and the variety of scoring around her. So I think their firepower will be just too much.
We know anything Caitlin Clark does is going to break records. I'm quite sure this is probably will too. For a documentary special. This might be one of the most viewed one for David Letterman.
Did you see what happened when Indiana Fever posted Caitlin Clark's practice footage? 100K views in just 60 minutes. Not days, not hours, minutes. That fadeaway jumper she hit has everyone talking, and for good reason. People are saying she's ready to take the WNBA by storm, but I noticed something about their offense that might be holding her back.
And dude, like, yeah, what's going on here? What do I do about that? Can't really stop that.
Caitlin ain't playing no games, bro. Watch this, watch this. Another one, wow! What?
Let me show you what I found in this viral footage. Kindly please like the video and subscribe to the channel to support us. Have you ever seen practice footage go crazy like this in the WNBA? 100K views in 60 minutes is just wild. Regular practice clips don't do those numbers. But the Indiana Fever social team has been smart, dropping Caitlin Clark practice clips almost every day. And this one just hit different. Everyone's talking about that fadeaway shot with laser precision. But why is this specific clip making fans lose their minds? I watched it like 20 times to figure it out. First, look at her footwork. She creates the perfect amount of space between her and the defender. Then there's the release point, high above her head where nobody can touch it. And the way she handles the defensive pressure, that's just classic Clark right there. But you know what everyone's missing? That quick pass between Clark and Michaela Timms. The commentator even pointed out that Caitlin Clark is loving Michaela Timms. That chemistry doesn't just happen overnight. They're already connecting like they've played together for years.
Fever coach Stephanie White talked about keeping them off the boards. You know, that was her concern, is keeping the Sky Bigs off the boards. Of course, that meaning Reese and Camila Cardoso.
Was it you, or was everybody making threes?
It was me, but the points went to the Iowa Hawkeyes. So I think I had 22 points in 2 minutes was the moral of the story.
The way they read each other's movements and anticipate the cuts is impressive for teammates who just met. Timms might actually be the biggest steal of the draft. The commentator said it himself. The way she's connecting with Clark in these practice sessions shows why. She knows exactly where to be when Clark has the ball, and Clark trusts her enough to make those passes. That connection is going to be huge when the real games start. The Fever's social team knew exactly what they were doing by dropping this footage just 4 days before the season opener. They're building the hype at the perfect moment. As the commentator said, this off-season was too damn long, dog, and fans are hungry for Clark content.
Practice player. I think we saw it from the Brazil coach the other day as well. So just yet another meme created by Caitlin Clark.
And that is Caitlin Clark's secret scrimmage with the Iowa basketball team, where she scored 22 points in 2 minutes. I believe she had like 5 threes in a row.
But here's the thing. There's something concerning in this viral footage that nobody's talking about yet. Everyone's so focused on how amazing Clark looks that they're missing a potential issue. What makes this practice footage break the internet is that it shows Clark has WNBA-ready skills that translate immediately to game situations. That fadeaway isn't just pretty, it's practical. She'll need that move when defenders are crowding her space in real games. But while everyone's focused on her shooting, I noticed something about their offensive system that might be a problem. The way they're setting up their plays might actually limit what makes Clark special. Let me show you what I mean. Did you catch that moment where Clark passes up an open look? That's exactly what has me worried. She creates space from her defender, has a perfect shooting opportunity, and then passes it away. In the practice footage, this happens not just once, but multiple times. The Fever are running a motion offense that looks great in theory. Everyone's moving, cutting, setting screens. It looks good on paper. But here's the problem. This system might actually limit Clark's natural scoring ability. And that's the last thing you want when you draft a shooter like her. In 3 different clips from the practice, we see the same thing happening. Clark creates space, but then defers to teammates instead of taking the shot herself. The commentator even points this out directly, saying, normally Caitlyn would have took that shot, but with this motion offense, she's passing the ball. That's not what you want to see from your star shooter. The coaching staff wants ball movement, which makes sense for team basketball.
This may be the most incredible Caitlin Clark video I've ever seen. A law scrimmage video versus the men's practice team at Iowa, in which Caitlin goes bonkers mode.
Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, Fever, Sky coming up. WNBA season opener for both teams. And I do consider it a rivalry. We've talked about them together.
But they drafted a generational shooter who needs to be unleashed. The commentator summed it up perfectly. I'm not liking this. I don't want that to hinder Kayla Clark. That's exactly the issue. Why limit what makes her special? Look at this specific play. Clark has her defender beat, creates the separation with that quick step back move, then kicks it out instead of shooting. In college, that's a shot she takes 10 times out of 10. The commentator felt the same way, saying, I just don't like this. The statistics from her college career show she shot 37% from 3 on high volume. The Fever need to let her fire away, not pass up good looks to keep the offense moving. The solution is simple. Modify the motion offense to create more scoring opportunities specifically designed for Clark. Run more plays where she comes off screens with the green light to shoot. Let her be the scorer she naturally is. The practice footage shows glimpses of what could happen if they adjust their system. When Clark does take that fadeaway, it's money. Her passing skills are impressive too, but the team needs to adjust their offensive strategy to fully capitalize on her abilities.
With the Fever in transition, and of course, we've seen what we've seen from Caitlin Clark so far and the variety of scoring around her. So I think their firepower will be just too much.
We know anything Caitlin Clark does is going to break records. I'm quite sure this is probably will too, for a documentary special. This might be one of the most viewed one for David Letterman.
Despite this concern, it's clear from the footage that Clark is ready to make an immediate impact. The season starts in just 4 days, and I'm excited to see how they use her. If they make these adjustments, we could be looking at a historic rookie season. This practice footage proves Clark is absolutely ready for the WNBA. Her skills translate perfectly. The fadeaway, the vision, the IQ, it's all there. But the Fever need to tweak their offense. The motion system looks good, but it's making her pass up shots she should take. Imagine if they adjust their system to let Clark shoot more. She could break rookie scoring records this season. The team just needs to run more plays designed for her strengths. The season starts in 4 days. The commentator said it himself. This offseason was too damn long. Will the Fever let Clark be Clark, or stick with a system that limits her talents?